I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP. What a nice morning. This has become my new favorite place to hang out here. I can see the house from here, I can see the farmyard. Just hanging out by the garage. Oh, careful, watch your step there. We might need to play some basketball later. Could go down this way as well, which is really nice. Let's jump in the truck. There's one thing that I neglected to show you at the end of last episode that is kind of exciting. Let's head on over. Here we are. Part of our big spending spree was this sawmill, which is definitely going to come in handy making those wood chips that we need. Yeah, it's time to get this going. We're going to cut down some trees, get this production running, and then we're going to probably fertilize the wheat field and see what else needs to be done. It looks like we're about a month away from harvesting this barley. Yeah, and we gotta populate the whiskey distillery with all the goods too, but the wood chips are the last thing that's needed, so we could probably take some of these really close trees and just move them on over. We'll get some of this done and meet up with you in a few. Okay, so we're going to be producing planks here, as well as the wood chips should be distributing to the alcohol factory, which we'll take a look at that soon and make sure. But yeah, we got 29,000 liters in here. We'll probably have to fill that up in a couple months, but that should be good for now. On to the next task of the day. I think we're going to get that fertilization going on the wheat field and then possibly start moving some barley over to the whiskey factory. It's hard to remember where everything is. Go ahead and hop in here just to check on our loan and see. We did have one payment come out, so the remaining amount is $648,000. Ooh, yeah. It's the only debt we have, though. So we got the sugar to take care of. We got the maple syrup to take care of as well today, so we'll get a little bit of income coming in. And Isaac went ahead and sold us his property, which is why our balance is so low. That was part of the big spend that we did. We were able to talk him into selling that to us, so that was, I think that was a win. So we own more land now. Isaac's children had no interest in taking over the family business, so honestly, that's a win for us. So let's go ahead and get this fertilized. John Deere's definitely helping out. I think we might need one more tractor around here eventually, but I think we need a field or two after that, or before that. So let's get this going. Should be able to fertilize this and check it for if it's ready for the weeds to get pulled as well. And this shouldn't take long at all. So nice to be able to top off on gas here. And this tank should last us a while. It's got a lot of liters. It's got 9,000 liters left in it. So that should last us quite a time. Let's go ahead and get the weeding done. The fertilization went really fast. We're making good time. After getting this weeding set up, I think we will call over one of our workers, one of our helpers, to get this done for us while we start prepping the whiskey factory, I think. So while the worker does his thing, I think we'll grab 1 or 2 pallets of maple syrup and we'll get that put in. We're going to be making maple whiskey as well as regular whiskey, but try to get as many of these goods as we can into the factory. A couple here, a little bit lower. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this across the street. I wonder if we could do 2 of them. Below there, looks like we got it. Tip it a little bit. Should be good. Gonna have to raise these up to cross the street. Hopefully we don't get a ticket for this. It seems unsafe. No one coming that way. Once this car's clear, we're clear. All right, got the maples dropped off. Let's go ahead and head on over and see what we got for yeast pallets. Oh man, this needs fixed. What kind of work did this construction crew do over here? Yay. All right, a little bit of yeast to take on over. Should be enough to get us going. And we waited just a little bit longer, and another pallet went ahead and was delivered for us. We'll go ahead and take that over. And, I don't know how much whiskey we're going to be able to get with just 2 little pallets of yeast. Like I mentioned last episode, it's going to take time to get this up and running, but we're going to get it started at least. Got to get some samples going, adjust our recipe a little bit. All right, what's next? I think water. Let's go get the water tank and bring that over. and put that in the big water tower. And then there's barley. And the wood chips should be getting delivered. I got the workers over at the sawmill automatically bringing those over to the whiskey factory. We got some silage to sell too. Beautiful. Ooh, another tractor that needs some fuel. Let's go ahead and get some diesel put into this one as well. Let's not run into the tank and explode it though. Go ahead and grab that, put it in here, fill it on up. All right, very good. Now we need to get the water tank. Get a little bit of water left in it, so we'll just bring this on over. See how easy this process is. Tight squeeze back here. We still got to do some construction to finish this up, but wanted to get it up and running. Let's go ahead and turn this valve on. All right, we're going to need a couple more trips of that just to get it established. Let's go fill her on up. We'll get that done, and then we'll move some barley, I think. Yeah. All right, we got enough water for now. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to sell some stuff and see where we're at, and then we can get the barley moving. We got all that sugar over there. I need to chat with the manager too and see how we're doing on production there. We were thinking we didn't need to go another year without making more sugar beet, but I want to double check that and make sure that's still the case. Well, I had a nice conversation with the manager there, and we're definitely looking okay on sugar. We're going to drop off the little bit that we can at the yeast factory, just make sure it's topped off, and then we're going to head on over to Hoot's place and sell this, and then after that, we will sell the silage. And then we'll get back to prepping the whiskey factory. We need to check on that worker as well. Looks like they're doing a great job. All right, just talked to Hoot's place, and they were in desperate need of sugar, so they should be pretty happy with that delivery. $38,000 to our name. Let's go get the silage. Should get some good money from that as well. $18,000, not bad, just for cutting some grass. I definitely feel like that's paying off. That's putting us in a good spot. I just had an interesting conversation with the manager of the sawmill, and they said they're not going to distribute them, so we're going to have to do that ourselves. So we'll do a little bit to get it started, but we're going to have to figure out a better way to do that. It's not wanting to, you know, I might have to look for better help. Not very happy with that guy. Go ahead and fill this up and deliver as much barley as we can. The last process is definitely making the barrels, so we'll have to look into that and make sure that we get that figured out. All right, 40,000 liters should be a good start. We got a lot left in there, but like I said, it's definitely not everything we need. Got to get those wood chips over, and then we can turn it on. What an exciting day. Well, managers tell me it can only hold 40,000 in their containers, so we're going to have to come back and forth here multiple times, but that's why we have our own silo. Well, I'm really regretting putting the sawmill so far away. This is going to be a long trip, one bucket at a time. I just want to get this going, and then we're going to look at the shop and see possibly if we can get a front loader on our little John Deere and a trailer as well to help us move these wood chips. But hey, there's our puppy, slowly going. Yeah, 238 liters. I don't imagine that's going to go very far. We got some time that we got to get to go for the yeast and the wood chips, but I think we'll definitely probably leave the skid steer over here long term and get another piece of equipment to help around the farm. But if we keep the skid steer there, we can just load up a trailer with the wood chips as we need them and deliver them. But this is, yeah, just look at this. It's so slow. All delivered. Perfect. Well, let's leave this here for now. Be quicker to just walk back across the street. All right, talked to the manager, got it fixed to have the maple syrup allowed to be in here. So you can see we have plenty of water, 120 liters of yeast, 40,000 liters of barley, 238 liters of wood chips, and 576 liters of maple syrup. I think it's time to turn it on. So in the production here, 40 liters. So we're going to have 40 water, 35 yeast, 10 wood chips, 1.5 yeast. We'll make 15 whiskey. Let's go ahead and activate that. And we want to, let's go ahead and do spawning. And the maple whiskey is all the same, except for it takes 3 of maple. We'll activate that. We're not really sure, you know, these rates. Yeast and probably wood chips are going to be the big problem here before we can get a full pallet to spawn, but we got time. We got lots to do around the farm too. Let's go ahead and head back. I'm gonna take a look at the market and see what we got for other equipment to help with the wood chips. And at that point, I think it's time to take a nap and rest until we can harvest and let some of this production just do some cycles.